Meeting is being recorded.
Okay, first line will be for you, Anthony.
あ洋室がピカピカに綺麗。浴室がピカピカに綺麗になると、ソフィーは階段と2階の廊下に通りかかりました。浴室がピカピカに綺麗になる。お when the bath bathroom became clean,
Mm-hmm.
so
Sophie did what?
Sophie descended towards the hallway, second floor
That's
hallway.
a good guess. So to
Oh,
take and to cover or to start is meaning to begin a job in this context. So she's undertaking is probably the closest like word for that in
uh,
English. That
oh,
undertaking isn't what you think it would mean. You're not going underneath anything. So it's the same idea as dad's, like a kind of is used to mean I'm gonna start this. So so because she cleaned up the bathroom right when she was done with that, she decided to start on the floors and the second floor, second story, sorry, the stairs and the second story hallway. その次はマイケルが使っている2階の手前の小部屋の掃除です。And next, she was going to clean up the small house, the small room on the second floor that Michael is using. Uh, just a little interesting that it's like normally that would describe that instead of that, which makes it a little weird. 使ってる2階の手前. The room he was using, I guess. Oh, this whole thing is a sentence. Well, 頑張る, Anthony. 頑張れ.
okay. 最近ではソフィーがまるで実践被害、災害の一種だというように、しぶしぶ受け入れているように見えたマイケルも、この時ばかりは肝を潰したように叫ぶと、貴重な宝物をす、すく出しに階段を駆け上がってきました。Okay. Okay, so the first one means 最近では Sophie. Lately, Sophie has been like encountering like natural disaster. Like a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things are disaster. しぶしぶ受け入れているように見えたマイク。Even Michael, like, accepted, like, accepted. No, uh, even Michael, しぶしぶ受け入れ、receive, to see, he saw Mike, Mieta, Michael that saw, it being
Um,
under.
yeah, it's a little bit
Uh,
of a complex sentence. Um, so right here, um, so Micra got sakebu. That'll be our first part.
Michael も、叫ぶ、この時ばかりは、肝を潰したように叫ぶ。what's chemo? Is it like liver?
It looks like liver, but it's a saying. Kimo tsubusu can mean flabbergasted. Um, let's see if like the specific
Okay.
kanji shows up for something else. Yeah, it means
He,
liver.
so he yelled in a like in a flabbergasted way
Mm-hmm.
in this during this time.
Yeah, sorry. Sophie yelled in a
Um,
flabbergasted like way. You're right.
ah,
Sorry, that was my bad. This is the mole here is actually going with something else in here. That was my bad for translating that bad. Um, this is, I guess it's replacing like an O here. So every time that happens, they they scream, but in a flabbergasted kind of way, rather than in a I'm scared kind of way, because it seems like Sophie has 自然の災害の一種だ. This part you didn't really translate right. Do you know what issue means?
issue is like I know shu is like species, right?
You're right.
It's,
So it's almost
um,
as if Sophie has joined the species naturally of a natural like disaster. So Sophie has become a natural disaster to the people of the house. So because of that, people would yell in flabbergastedness. I think it is Michael. He yells when so he sees stuff. Mieta Michael. So Michael, who sees this, which is something Sophie's doing, shibu shibu uke ireru, which is like to be kind of like restless. That's like Sophie. Um, wait, no, shibu shibu means reluctantly. It's crazy. Uke ireru.
like,
Never mind. So Michael, who sees Sophie, who has become one with the natural disasters, he reluctantly accepts that she is such a bother to him, right? That whenever she gets in his way, basically, he yells, but he doesn't yell in fear. He yells in a like flabbergasted kind of way. So this is like a really complicated sentence, but it does make sense when you break it off. It just is like too many commas. Um, so then Michael, after he yells, he 階段を駆け上がってきました.
he runs up the stairs
In
to
order
where
to uh 救出.
to rescue.
Mm-hmm.
Is it rescue?
To
Uh,
rescue the 宝物.
the precious treasures.
That is very expensive because and he's doing this I think right now probably as well as like an example because like so Sophie has just been in the bathroom, she's gone upstairs and she's now just about to clean the room that Michael is using. Specifically, it seems like it's saying she is cleaning the small room that is right beside the second floor that Michael's using. So, which sounds just weird. It's like a really weird, like, how many no's are in there. 2階の手前の教室. The door that's on the second. That's right next to, I guess, the room he's using. It's on the second floor. Anyway, マイケルの宝物というのは, oh, Cannon's popped in. マイケルの宝物というのは、虫食いだらけの小さいベッドの上にある、古い、箱のところでした。So the thing that Michael was saying was a treasure was the things that were inside this old box that was placed on top of a bed that sorry, placed underneath a bed, and it seems to have been full of, oh sorry, the bed I believe is moth eaten. What's going on there? So welcome again, you haven't missed much. Sophie is going on a rampage cleaning up the whole place. She has cleaned up the bathroom and has decided that she's going to start cleaning the stairs and the second row. Right now, she's on her way to clean up the room that is on the second floor, that is right across from the where the room or whatever that Michael is using. Lately, Sophie has almost become a natural disaster. And Michael, whenever he sees her coming, he has to reluctantly allow her to cause a disaster in the location. But whenever she does stuff, he still lets out a yell of like you've given up kind of like yell, and runs over to just save the treasure instead of asking Sophie to stop. And the rest of this paragraph will go to you. He had just come over to save his old box underneath the bed.
あ、
Right.
大事な箱を慌てて運び出そうとしたとき、中に青いリボンで束ねた手紙らしきものと、バラの形のキャンディーがちらりと見えました。So, 大事な箱を慌てて運び出す。At the time, they like carried the box out, in a hurriedly fashion. An important box. 中に青いリボンで束ねた手紙らしい。The blue ribbon, the blue ribbon with like with a letter attached. The thing that has like a the thing that is like a letter with a blue ribbon attached.
Mm-hmm.
バラの形のキャンディーがちらちら。So I saw uh a bara, which is a rose. No, that it's a candy that is shaped like a rose. And like also a blue ribbon like letter. You get it right inside.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What does the miemashita mean in this context?
Yamashita is found. I found. Huh? Yes.
Mm-hmm. So miru means to see, but mieru means like was seen, which is basically the same
Was
idea, but it's just who's the subject of the sentence. So this book is written from basically Sophie's POV, even though it is the narrator doing stuff. So when Michael, right, was coming down with all his stuff, the box, Sophie was able to kind of see inside the box, which is that there was a bundle of letters tied with a blue ribbon and some candies in the shape of a rose. Perfect. マイケルには恋人がいるのね。Oh, Michael, you got someone you like. You got a lover. And again, hopefully things are working now, because then it'll be your turn.
Yes, I don't know why there are two of me now, but it's fine. So Sophie は、窓を、is it 勢
勢
い、
いよく。Yep.
okay, 勢いよく、開け、開 開け放ちながら、開け放ちながら、思いました。
Well, Nagara takes a verb, so
Right.
akehana chiru must be a word. Just I too
Okay.
don't remember it, but
let's see. と思いました。この窓からも、ポートヘイブンの通りが、見えます。そして風に当てるために掛け布団を窓にかけました。Okay, that's weird. I didn't do anything, but it disappeared. All
you
right.
can't see the screen anymore. Oh no!
No, no, no. The second copy disappeared. So let's see. So
Oh.
Sophie, um, what she very, I guess, vigorously kind of like threw open the window,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
uh, threw the window wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Thought.
Yep.
So that's the previous one, yeah. So then from the window, from this window, she could see, she could also see Port Haven, and um, for what this sake of being hit by the wind,
Yeah. Probably in order there to be a
like
breeze is
airing
what they're
out.
trying. Yeah.
Okay. So in order to air it out, she um
Air what out?
the kakebuton.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which should be futon. You know what a futon is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the bedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So um I'm not quite sure what kind of bedding they have.
Western, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but usually you're not throwing Western bedding over the sill of the window, so I'm
It's
kind of
it's probably the quilt. That'd be the item that you'd
ah
throw over the window, just like contextually. But I've never like oh yeah, duvet. Yep, the quilt. That's the part you'd
okay.
hang out.
Okay, so she hung the duvet over the windowsill.
Dun,
Okay.
dun. Perfect. Long sentences are my death. 最近の自分がどれほど選択好きか分かっていましたので、相手はどこの娘がどうやってその娘さんをハウルのマッシュから守っているのかと、マイクロを問い詰めなかったのはちょっと意外なほどでした。Um, so lately she comes to she's understand that she herself now is extremely curious about things. And so because of this, she goes over to ask Michael these questions and sorry. She's unable to ask Michael these questions, so she's always a little bit unexpected about what things happen, which are things like how is our how do should girls be able to protect themselves against Howl, right? Because Howl is like the flirt, you know? So she's like wondering about because whenever she was like going to go look around the house last time we were here to see if there were any evidence of like the souls and the hearts of these girls that Howl has supposedly gobbled up. So she's like wondering what on earth should these girls do and how on earth should they protect themselves from Howl. And but she didn't ask Howl these Michael these questions. So she's just I guess thinking about it. Um and next line is for Anthony.
ソフィがあまりに体重の誇りとゴミをマイケルとゴミをマイケルの部屋から吐き出して、全部燃やそうとしたため、カルシファーの炎が消えそうになりました。ソフィーがあまりに体重の方、マイケルの部屋から吐き、swept out, like swept out.
What did she sweep
So,
out?
so um, the important pride
That's
or all
daiji. This is
dust,
dairyo, which is a
dust,
large amount.
large dust. 大量の埃ゴミ。Oh my god. Oh, Sophie swept out like a large amount of dust from Michael's room
And garbage.
and, and garbage. Um, 全部も癒そうとしたため、燃やそうし、in order to like burn it all, カルシファの炎が消えそうになりました。The Lucifer's flame became nothing. Like it got erased
hmm Yeah, almost. The Soulslace
almost.
no, it's not for sure. And I'm going to retranslate this one right here. She's saying that she's been so curious as of late. She's quite surprised with herself for not asking Michael a whole bunch of questions about the girls, you know, that part over there. But then and the next couple of lines we'll go it again.
あんた、オイラを殺す気かい？ハウルと同じくらい、ひどいぜ。カルシファーは息を詰まらせました。緑色の髪の毛と、細長い、あ、is that 角？
Isn't that Hitai?
It might be.
Forehead. It's like both
Ah,
readings, right? But I think forehead makes more sense in this context
yeah,
than the edge of a picture frame.
yeah. Okay, so 額の一部が、赤く見えているだけです。So, let's see. Are you trying to kill me? You're just as cruel as Howl. Let's see. So Calcifer. 気を詰まらせました. He's doing something with his breath, but
He's kind of like running out of breath. He's choking up
okay. Oh, because of all the oh, got it. Okay.
the food. Yeah, I mean the gomi.
That's cold. Okay. Okay. So let's see. 一部が赤く No, 青く。一部が青く見えている. Jesus, I need to bring my screen a little closer. 一部が青く見えているだけです. So his okay, so only his green hair and uh part of uh,
Short hair.
I'm a little stuck as to where the verb
Mm-hmm.
connects to this, to be honest. So she could only see something. So
Mm-hmm.
she's seeing his green hair and his long, narrow forehead,
Yeah.
but only part of it, which was blue.
Mm-hmm.
That's my best guess.
The bluely seeing it is so like funny because green and blue are very different colors. But right, so rather than sitting in the fire, right, He's not even like looking like this through the fire. He's even down below even more as he's hiding in the flame. So all she can do is see his hair and his forehead. She can't even see his eyes.
Okay.
The
Got it. Okay.
Aoku part just probably isn't really meaning anything in this context since he's already green. And green and blue are
Yeah.
kind of the same color in Japanese. Sometimes it can mean becoming pale. So they might be saying you can see that he's like scared right now because he's not actually becoming pale. He's still green. Just described his
Right.
coloring. Um, so it's not really clear what
Okay.
the blue is doing in that context. Next line goes to Anthony.
あマイケルは宝物の箱を作業台の引きし出し、引きしだに、引きしだに入れ、鍵をかけると言いました。
I am 99% sure that this is a spelling error and it should be hikidashi.
引き出し。Okay.
I am
マイケル
fairly certain.
Japanese commit mistakes. マイケル
Yeah,
は、
my book has Hikidashi.
Yeah. I like when you read it out loud, I was like, Hikishida? What the heck is that? I
No,
looked at it closer.
yeah.
I was like, oh, you're right. It says that.
そう、マイケルは宝物の箱を作業台に引き出す。So he put something in the drawer,
Hi.
which is like the the box which contains like a treasure.
Mhm.
Uh, Sangyodai is
It's the
like
work table. So in the kitchen, there's some kind of mythical work table that apparently also has a drawer, but also has like they ate on it the other day. So it's relatively large.
I see. Okay. 鍵をかけると言いました。Then locked it. He said, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
This is very confusing. This toe here is wind toe and not quotation toe, just to be extremely confusing. So what he says is the next line. Not this. He doesn't say kage o kakeru is not something he says out loud. If he did say that, it would have had quotation marks. Um, that's the only way you could
uh
tell. Um, if it was a different verb, then you wouldn't necessarily need quotation marks, but you specifically needs quotation marks to mark what it is that is said, luckily. So so he puts it in the box, locks the gate, and then says the next line, which would normally be more clear, right? To be like, "そう言いました."ハウルさんがちゃんと話を聞いてくれたらな、どうして今度の姉さんには手間取っているんだろう。Please just have an actual conversation with How. Um, do you not like why is this lady who's coming to this house such a bother to so you know how Hal hasn't been at the apartment very often, and they said the reason why he's not home is because he has a girl he likes. So that's why he's never here and it's not bothering with Sophie, who's acting like chaos. So he's not necessarily saying this to anybody. He's like, please have Hal have a real conversation. Why is he absolutely having his time taken out with this lady, as in the lady that Hal's flirting with, not Sophie? Next line is for Anthony.
次の日は 裏庭に手をつけるつもりでした。So I had like an intention to 手をつける。To tidy up uh the backyard
Mm-hmm.
on the next day.
Yes. Perfect. And the rest of the paragraph will go again.
けれども、その日のポートヘイブンは雨でした。雨は窓には、ああ窓に激しく叩きつけ、煙突からパラパラと吹き込むものですから、カルシファーは嫌がってシューシュー音を立てています。Oh, but that day was rainy in Port Haven. So the rain uh, was like hitting the windows fiercely. Uh, and from the chimney was para para to fukikomo. Is it like dripping down the chimney
Mm-hmm. That's why
or
Calcifer is
blowing down the chimney?
Iyagateru.
Okay, yeah. Um, so and Calcifer was well, he clearly did not like it. He was
Mm-hmm.
irritated and making a shoo shoo sound.
Mm-hmm. Poor Calcifer, just being absolutely bullied by Sophie and the weather now. Um,
Can't catch a break.
can't catch a break. Next line is for Anthony.
あか、角用裏庭も、あポートヘイブンにあるので、裏口の扉を開けると、外は土砂降りでした。Uh, it exists on like the same house, the same backyard in the same house in Port Haven.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the back door, no, when they like open the back door and then soto wa do desu. Then it suddenly had like a downpour on the outside.
No suddenly in here.
Soto wa.
This is it was downpouring.
Hi,
So
the
it's
rest of
raining in Port Haven and the house they're in is the same um as the courtyard, right? Because you wanted to go to the courtyard to go tidy it up, but the courtyard has sunlight, right? Goes in there. And there's no roof for the courtyard, hence why it's a courtyard and not a room. And it's connected to the same location as all the windows are, which happen to be in Port Haven. So because it was raining in Port Haven, it's also raining in the backyard. ソフィーは頭からエプロンをかぶり、少しばかり裏庭を覗いて回りました。So Sophie, she takes her apron and places it on her head to cover her from the rain, and decides to just kind of peek around at the courtyard. その、会がありました。Um, その会が、会、oh, 絵画 can mean picture. There was this picture. びしょ濡れになる前にバケツいっぱいのすくいと大きなハゲが見つかったのです。So this painting, right, before it got sopping wet, she managed to find a large hake, which is drainage. Hmm. Mm, I guess she's doing something in the courtyard to make it that things don't get wet anymore, somehow using a bucket of plaster and drainage. I have no idea what she's doing though, like at all. バケツいっぱいの敷居と大きなハケが見つかったのです。Well, she's doing some kind of DIY project. Next paragraph is for Gen.
ソフィーはこの、what is that? 戦利
Sandihin.
品
Yeah.
Okay, 戦利品を、うん。室内。Okay, that makes more sense. 室内に、持ち込み、there's no way that's カペ。
Another spelling error. 何これトゥトゥトゥ
壁に壁に塗り始めました。Man, having a typo on the
Furigana.
hiragana is rough.
Because we had to put it in manually for all these. I don't think there's a
Right.
button to just do it for the first furigana of each chapter. They're like, oh, no.
Yep. So 物置で見つけた古い脚立を使い、天井まで白く塗り立てました。Oh, so Sophie, I don't really know what sendihin is.
It's goods that benefit you for from the battle, as in it's your booty. So he had braved the cold outdoors in order to grab plaster and a large, which I thought was drainage, but now I'm doubting myself. Hake. Oh,
Okay.
hake can also mean brush.
Oh, like a
So that's brush and plaster. So she's doing a different DIY
oh,
project. Sorry, it's a
okay.
hominin. I should have looked at the kanji. I looked up
Got
hake.
it.
I
Okay.
was like, what is that? That makes more sense. So she's like, woohoo, I have now my stuff. So plaster, which is like, the things you put on walls.
Right. Okay, these are her like battle spoils or something.
Yeah, for braving the rain.
Okay, so she brought these yeah, her uh spoils into inside and uh started, I guess, spreading it on the walls
Mm-hmm.
because it's plaster, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But it also just literally
Um
says, on the walls, she began to spread it.
yeah. Um so then let's see. 物置で見つけた古いis that
Kyatatsu
like a
is a step
ladder?
ladder. Yeah.
Okay. So, while using an old ladder that she found in the closet, she uh painted or spread um the white plaster all the way up to the ceiling.
Nice. Probably making the whole place smell bad. Even more poor Calcifer. Next line is for Anthony.
ポートヘイベンでは、それから2日雨が、あじゅじきました。oh, I don't know what that kanji means.
I
The 雨が、
literally thought that was Furimas. But
it's,
you're right, it's not. What is this? It does look like gun. Not a real word, so pretend it says furimashita.
Oh, another Porto Haven there. So in Port Haven, it's been raining for 2
Yeah, it's been raining for 2 days in Port
days.
Haven.
In my
Perfect.
Port
copy,
Haven,
it
yeah.
has
Yeah.
Tsuzukimashita.
What's
それから、
Suzuki?
Tsuzuki.
Suzuki masu.
So it continued, right?
Oh, Tsuzuku.
so it's
Yeah.
maybe continuously Suzuki.
That makes sense because Suzuku does have this radical right here and does have this radical right here, but it's different up on the top.
Yeah, so I guess it was just a
It would give us
misconjugate.
that nice key right there from Suzuku.
Yeah.
Why is there so many spelling errors? We've caught
I guess
three in this chapter.
I guess the editor on this point was just having a bad day.
Editor took a nap. Wow, three in one section. He did not like this section, apparently. That makes sense. Suzuki Mashita. The rain continued for 2 days. もっとも、ハウルが取っ手の緑色の面を下にして扉を開け、丘に降りると、外は、晴れでした。So, Howl, he went over to the handle thing that has the different colors on it, and he had opened the door, and when he went out, there were the rolling hills out there. So this is the land of the waste, and this location was quite not rainy. It was clear skies. 白が移動する線路よりも、あ早く、大きな雲の影が、ヒスの上を駆け抜けていました。So the castle had started to move even faster. And also the clouds, we could see the shadows of them flowing past them on the heath plants that grow all over the waste. And then till here will be for again.
Sophie は自分の wait a minute. Wait. Let's see.
Oh,
There's no
nice, I
way that's
guessed right.
Ryobun.
It is Ryobun territory
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So, Ryobun, uh,
because he's a national disaster.
階段、2階の廊下、そしてマイケルの部屋まで白く塗り、終わっていました。どうなってんだい前より明るくなったね。Okay. So, Sophie, um, kind of plastered all of her territory, so which included the stairs, the second floor corridor, as well as Michael's room.
I think her
What happened?
territory might be her bedroom underneath the stairs since it has like the same comma as the other items.
Oh, that's
Otherwise, I
true.
would
That's
have
true.
agreed
She's
with
not counting
you.
all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems
Okay.
like another item added to the list. So she's paying her
That's true.
room, the hallways, and all that other stuff.
Okay.
Next line is for Anthony.
あ、外で、外でから 戻ってきたハウルが訪ねたのは3日目のことでした。It's been like three days that Howl has been coming in from the outside and is returning back.
You're yes. Yeah, I think you know what was going on and just like got the order a little bit confused when you're saying that loud. Yep. It's been 3 days since Hal has visited, and he's now just since Val has come back from the outside, meaning like he hasn't been here for 3 days. So
It
Hal, who has come back from the outside, he's finally visited. It's been 3 days. So he has not been here for the past 3 days, is what that's saying. But it's like definitely hard to translate that directly to English.
the third day. Maybe this
It's
is
the
the third day.
third day, but Hal has just on the third day was the day that Hal visited back here from coming from outside. Um, ソフィーさんです。マイクルがそのせの終わりだと言わればかりに答えました。Um, oh, so this previous line right here was what Hal said when he came back on the third day. Wow, it's got a lot brighter in here. And Michael, he responds back to that in a voice that's like the world has ended and says, "It was Sophie. Sophie's why our shady, stinky place is now bright and clean." It's still stinky if you think about it. Next line is for Anthony. 聞こえないよ。
Okay, 聞くのじゃなかった。ハウルはそう言うと、浴室に姿を消しました。how when Hal said like I didn't hear, he vanished from the bathroom.
The ni
Period.
particle marks the final destination of the verb. So since kesu means to disappear, it means he disappeared into the bathroom rather than
Oh,
from the bathroom, because this marks
oh,
where the verb is completed. So disappearing is done once he enters the bathroom, kind of idea. Um, 気づいてくれたマイクロはカルソファーに囁きました。He actually noticed the fact the house looks different. That's what Michael whispers to Calcifer. きっとようやく姉さんを口説き落としたんだよね? You think he'll finally kick this late the you think he's finally uh the opposite of dating someone of this lady to break up with her, like drop her. Kidoki otosu. uh oh, interesting, he's finally won over her. I was the opposite of what I thought it was, that he dumped her. That was the word I was looking for. Next paragraph is for again.
ポートヘイブンでは翌日もまだ霧雨でした。ソフィーは頭にボロキレをかぶり、それをまくり上げ、腰にエプロンを巻きつけました。Okay. So the following day, Port Haven was still. Kirisame is probably like drizzling or something, right? Because
That's
it's like
probably,
foggy and rainy.
yeah.
Maybe misty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the drizzle.
Um, okay. So Sophie wore a rag over her head and like tied up her sleeves, rolled up her
Mm-hmm.
sleeves. Um, and then wrapped the apron around her waist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
She's ready for business.
that's right.
ハウルが外出するやいやいなや、ほうき、バケツ、石鹸を用意すると、年を食った復讐の天使のように、ハウルの寝室の掃除に取り掛かろうとしました。Wow, she was ballsy. Um, I'm gonna double check what that means, but I think that means sooner or later. Ya, ina, ya. No sooner than. So as soon as Hal leaves the room, Sophie decides she's going to go over and clean Hal's bedroom. So as if, and she does it in a way as if she is a angel of revenge, who's done something with her age. I guess an old angel of revenge. Uh, Toshi o kutta. Wow, a super old angel of revenge. And before she did this, of course, she had to go gather up a bunch of tools for this, such as a bucket, a broom, and some kind of stone. I don't know what kind of stone, but the stone is here. Second, oops, second, soap. That makes sense. That is logical. And the next line is for Anthony.
ここ、最後にしたのは、何が見つかるものやら怖かったからでした。あものやら、ものやら、もの、こ
も
こを最後にしたのは、あで、doing the, doing, doing something last. So,
Mm-hmm. Yep, she
doing
left
this
Hal's
last.
room for last.
Yeah. 何が見つかるものやら怖かったからでした。He to see something he found to have seen something very it's big because it's seen something scary.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she left this to last because thought that she would find something and she'd be scared of it. This is where she's going to find the hearts of the girls for sure. So she's been definitely avoiding cleaning Hal's room. And the rest of the paragraph will go to Gin.
これまでは、覗き見さえしていません。でも怖がるなんて、馬鹿げてる。階段をよたよた登りながらソフィーは思いました。Um, until now, she hadn't even peeked into, uh, well, it doesn't really say, but it's
It's the
like
bedroom.
his room. Yeah. Um, but, um, 怖がるなんて、馬鹿げてる。
However, it's stupid to be scared,
Okay.
which is a
So,
silly thing to say.
I think it's pretty reasonable to be scared of a wizard's bedroom.
Yeah. But
Uh,
she's just telling herself, no, I've been here for so long, Hal never comes back until like bedtime. Got plenty of
it's
time.
funny. So she kind of yota 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 yota.
It's kind of like tottering.
Okay, so uh she thought while she tottered up the stairs.
Hmm. Perfect. And that is where we're going to stop for the day. Oh,